whenever you're ready, could you just first give a brief overview of what the leather industry is like as an Indian business here?
See, leather industry has been, the big business in India for a longer period of time now.
Sorry, would you mind just starting over and then maybe putting the laptop
Down.
Yes, is that okay?
I was just trying to grab some points on that.
Okay. You can speak in general terms as well.
As I said, India has the second largest population in the world, and also we have a lot of challenges in terms of the development of resources and what we have in India. But as regards to the leather industry, it's a wide industry, and we have been catering to the rest of the world for a longer period of time for now, and we are producing the leather and with the better finishes, better technologies we have in India. We have a few places in India like Kanpur, Lucknow, we have Kolkata, we have Jalandhar and Chennai. These are the places where we are procuring all the sort of leather we are developing. We have a big tanneries over there, and where we are producing these kind of leathers with the different finishes, different kind of hand feels and thickness. And you can understand, it's a fashion world, so people are demanding new things every day. They need like to see the new effects on the leather with the new things, and eco leathers like the vegetable tanning, and they want to buy the more economical friendly products as regards to the fashion industry also. So but yet India has been very challenging in terms of the prices as of now in all sort of products. But if you compare from China also, for leather industry, India has a better prices. Even we are exporting leather to China. And but for certain restrictions we have in terms of cow leather, like due to some religious reason, we cannot cut those many cows on a day-to-day basis. So we have a very limitation on that, and for that matter, we get a very limited selection in the market with the tanneries and all. So that's the only challenge which we have. We have to get we have to compromise on some sort of selection sometimes. And we are one of the largest exporter to the world for the leathers, with the 150 million turnover, US dollars turnovers, which Super House has. And we are socially compliant also, and we follow all the norms of which has been followed for the social accountability and compliance. Apart from that, as regards to the technology, we are using one of the best technologies, best machinery, best manpower, skilled labor to get the right product out of it. We have so many parameters in terms of quality, where we are checking starting from the tannery. We provide the best to best quality to the customers who have been expecting us to give us the best, in terms of the quality and the product which we are expecting out of their brands. So, and we are yet economical and very competitive in terms of prices with those brands. And
you said some of the issues might be wastage of leather?
Wastage of leather, yes, that is one of the issues which we are controlling. That can be done basically with the right kind of selection. We should have a better selection, right kind of selections, right kind of skin size. If we are getting those kind of selections with the correct leather, then we can probably get the very good average of the leather in terms of cutting. But if it is bad, then we have to somewhere compromise with the because in fashion industry they do not expect, or they do not accept any kind of minute defects or anything like that. So we have to be extra careful about it. And we, as you have seen, we have all sort of quality parameters. We have 15 parameters. We are checking the leather from the tannery at the time of selection, and after that we check it in house. When we get the leather, we check it there on the table. We check each and every skin. It should be free from all the defects. It should be as per the requirement of the thickness, colors, and hand feels, whatever buyer is expecting, with the effects and the colorways and everything. Then apart from that, like we check it, we measure all the leather on the machinery, then we put it on the cutting, then we do the hand cutting to save the leather wherever it is required. Otherwise we do the layer cutting on the machines wherever it is not possible for us. If it is a small component, we have to cut it on the layer on the die cutting machine only. That's one thing. And apart from that, we check the leather after cutting also. We match the panels, we do the numbering. Both the panels has to be the same in terms of colors, finish, grains and all. So we match them, then we do the marking on it, the bundling, then we send it for the stitching. Then they have to again match it, they have to stitch it, pasting, edge coloring, all the process has to be done then and there. Then once the piece is ready, it's in a shape, then we actually put it in a finishing department. But before putting into the finishing department, we again do a quality check. It is a very tough quality check where we check all the measures of that particular products with all the required parameters. We check them, and if it is actually lacking behind with any kind of parameter, or if something is missing or any minute defects is there, we just put it aside. We put it, if it is we are able to alter that particular piece, we go for it. If it is not, then we will further put it in the finishing department where they finish the piece, and then we offer the pack shipment to the customer for the final quality control check. So
There are many checks.
yes, they check it actually from their point of view of selling. So they check it actually from their point of view of selling point of view. So our point of view is to check it for the production point of view. They check it from the selling point of view, if it is sellable or not. Maybe sometimes if the piece is so perfect from our side, maybe they are not able to sell it for some other reason, right? So there are few things which they have to check on the pieces, final pieces, which when they are packed, and they have to ensure that before dispatch of the goods they have to be perfect, because when they are on the showrooms they cannot control anything.
So the quality standards are very high now.
Very high.
And also have the workers, the labor costs are higher now than before, right?
For the labor cost, India has been very competitive in terms of labor cost because of our good population, and we have a lot of manpower here. We can get the labor very easily. We don't have to pay very high amounts to them. There is a very economical price, and where the government is also supporting them with the skill development and development of the workers. They educate them, they teach them, they try to make them a skilled labor, and they fix the labor charges here. For the skilled labor, there is one package which government has fixed, the minimum, bare minimum, which we need to follow. All the industry has to follow those only, and we follow that norm. And apart from that, whenever we require any kind of a special treatment or anything which is not possible in-house, then we probably go for the outsourced things. We offer the outsourced job for that, like embroidery, or maybe there is some kind of embellishment or digital printing or embossing, or maybe they have the perforation or all kind of effects. If we want to create those kind of things, those cannot be possible everywhere. So for that matter, we only outsource the things. Rest everything we do in-house within the factory itself. And we are catering to a lot of the big brands, like one of the best brands in the world. We are manufacturing the bags for them, and also the leather goods. And we make sure that we deliver in time and with the right side of quality at the right prices. That's our main motto of this company. We have to follow that, and we are always on our toes to get the things right at right time.
Great. So where do you see your company heading? Quality is there, the laborers are there, and the cost is effective. But years down the road, how do you see your company continue to
growing? It's been growing for last many years, and we are further seeking growth in terms of the productions, because since in last few years all the liaison offices of the big brands have moved towards India, because they see the potential in India, and they can see the big market of 125 crore people here. They are also buying from India, and they are yet selling to the Indians in terms of retails, the same kind of products. So they can see the big picture of big market here in India, and that's the reason we are also seeing our growth in those terms, because we have more customers now. They have exposure of India to the world market. They are looking forward to work with India in a big way. They are increasing their quantities day by day. They have set up their liaison offices here. They have a full-fledged staff. The foreign staff as well as the Indian staff they have hired here. So they are looking forward to increase the production capacity in India, and for that matter they are helping us with the technology, new kind of trends, developments and designs. They provide us a lot of inputs, and on the basis of that we keep developing the new range for them.
But what about India as an investor?
See, India is earlier, it was a different scenario altogether, but nowadays it's changing. It's you can say the world is changing their opinion towards India nowadays, because day by day India is improving a lot. Because of the BPOs, the foreign companies are moving towards India. We have a good manpower, good technical skilled people, and knowledgeable people. So those people are actually making it brighter day by day, and we can see India on a you can say on a developed countries chart very soon. With the other countries, we can stay next to China, and you can say compare with America or UK very soon, because we as you can see, in last few years only we have developed a lot. We have all sort of technology, all sort of new things in the market. Whatever the gadgets we were used to use in the European markets earlier only, not for made for India, now we are using all those things here in same kind of technology also in India. And apart from that, India has the those kind of brains, the technical brains, which are maybe supporting the NASA by 25% of contribution of Indians in NASA. And you can also see them with the developing things on different segments. They have been so creative and yet traditional. They have different trends, different culture, different taste. Wherever you go in India, you find that all sort of different things. So in spite of that, we are together. We have all sort of cultures, all sort of religions, all sort of trends and foods and everything. But in spite of that, we are one. We are united, and we are working together for the betterment of India. And wherever it is possible, we give our contribution in that. And we look forward to work more on a challenging terms in terms of technology, and we are trying to grab more and more new things for the technology and investments. India can be a big investor to the rest of the world, and also because a lot of Indians are investing in other countries also, who are residing overseas. NRIs we call them, non-resident Indians. They are also investing a lot of money in other countries and other projects, and we can see that growth. But that has to be the confirmed thing, because nowadays it's very dicey because of the fluctuation of the currency and the economy reforms. So it's getting very difficult to invest anywhere without any kind of sure confirmations. So that's the only reason where people are not investing that much. But yes, if we get the good opportunity and the good scope of developing the business with the African countries or any other countries, so definitely India can play a major role in investment of that.
Fantastic. I just had a few general questions about the company, like how long you've been in business, how many employees you have. I don't know if you have a booklet or something, company profile booklet.
Yes, we have. We do have.
Can I have one?
Yeah.
Okay, then that's it. Thank you very much, sir.